Hello, Facebook friends. I am Tara Nolan and of T Nolan Yoga, and I am currently live with Carmen Sauer. Carmen, Carmen, I just want to introduce you as a person I've gotten to know through business, who also became very special to my heart. And Carmen, would you mind sharing with everyone how we first met?
I would love to share with everyone. I was going through a really hard time of anxiety, and I mean, terrible, like not able to be in my own home anxiety, not wanting to be in my own body anxiety. And I was seeing a therapist, and although we were making some progress with my anxiety, and it was ranging and ugly all over, he told me that I really needed to learn how to breathe. He said, "You really need to go do yoga. You need to learn how to breathe." And that was how I started on my path with yoga. And I knew a friend who was doing yoga with Tara, and that's how we met. Not only did I start to do yoga with Tara, but I also hired her to do life coaching with me because I really wanted to be better, and I needed help doing that.
You know what? Thank you for sharing that because I know it's private and it's a vulnerable time in your life, and I think there's a lot of people out there that have anxiety and have depression and have different things. We've all had it, actually. I think to some degree at different times in our life. And thank you for being so open. And that's really an opportunity to reach more people and say this. So I guess that's my next question: was did this actually help you, or do you see that it made any kind of difference in your life?
I think that the anxiety that I got was a gift, and it didn't always feel like a gift, but it really was because if you don't ever experienced something like that, like a panic attack. It's just the most terrible feeling that you could ever imagine having. And you know in your rational mind that you're okay and everything is fine, but you can't help it. You still feel like you're going to die, right?
Yeah.
And to be able to know that you have the power to change that is really amazing. And that's the beauty of the process and what yoga and
Yeah. Wow. I mean, feeling like you're going to die is pretty severe. And I think that is what a lot of our decisions in life that we have to make actually come down to because we feel like this could, whatever's happening, like starts to suffocate us or depress us or scare us, where like it feels like death would be better. And I do look at where you were then, and if you said it was okay to share this, that
absolutely
um, you were had you were not able to get on an airplane, particularly any kind of smaller airplane out of Wausau, Wisconsin, where I know you
it's
live
true.
here. Um, and now I look at you years later, and you're flying back and forth and have a home in Mexico, and that is a huge difference from where we started years ago. And I also remember that the coaching was so powerful for you that you even hosted a retreat at your own home because I know we wanted to reach more people. So maybe you could comment on the changes that you had, like with the anxiety around flying or where it showed up in other areas of your life, and how coaching might have opened up new possibilities for you to bring you to where you were then and where you are now, which is just an empowered woman.
Coaching is absolutely my favorite part of any yoga retreat that I've ever been on with you, and it's the most powerful thing I've ever witnessed in impacting people's lives. I mean, it blows my mind how people realize and overcome things within themselves. And for me personally, the first yoga retreat we did at my house, and we were life coaching, and my of course my story was all about my anxiety. I have anxiety. Yeah, is that and Tara would ask me, is that true? I'm like, yeah, it's true. I suffer from anxiety, and I was getting combative. Like I was really getting angry that she wasn't hearing me because I have anxiety. And then there was that moment of like, oh my God, I have decided that this is how I'm defining myself, and that's not who I am. And when you come to those kind of like aha moments, and it's happened to me on absolutely every single retreat that we've ever done, and it blows my mind. And the relief almost that you feel when you're like, oh my God, I have the power to change this. You know,
Right. We have
it's,
the power over so much in our life, and you brought up like how we get attracted to or addicted even to our own story, and that becomes like I can't create this career in my life. I'm not worthy of, or I can't create this a really healthy romantic relationship, or I could never live out my dreams to have a home in Mexico and be flying back and forth. And you just anyone, whatever the situation is, my relationship could never change, my environment could never change. We just get used to like this is that where we're stuck. And I don't really think it's possible to do that without a coach or at least some outside help of some kind to take yourself
I
through.
agree with that because we don't know what we don't know because we are
Yeah.
so attached to our story. We can't see what we're making up or what's fact. And it's very interesting and it also you bring that then into everything in your life. It doesn't even have to be around a problem. It's just about how you interact with people and the way you view your day and the way you view a relationship or a conversation. And is that is that true? I mean, do I know for 100% that that's how that person felt about me? Because we always are continually making up stories around ourselves and our feelings. And it's just been such a powerful journey to discover that, you know what, no, I don't really know. And how beautiful is that? Like, I don't know, and all I know is me, and right now I feel amazing, and that's enough.
Well, I'm really honored that I've been able to be a part of that journey with you, and that you could. I know I've seen major changes in you, blossoming into the amazing, beautiful woman you are, that you always have been. But to let yourself live that even more and more fully to your own heart, and to actualize your dreams, that's certainly it's certainly so meaningful. So I thank you for always being open for that. And then Carmen decided to do a teacher training, and it was really kind of a funny thing because she was not really into yoga. I mean, she would do yoga all the time because she knew it was good for her, but she didn't necessarily love yoga. Most of us do teacher trainings because we just love yoga and can't get enough. We also do yoga because we want to teach. I can say I did not do my teacher training though because I wanted to teach yoga. I wanted to deepen my personal understanding of uh, the practice, what it meant, what the spiritual side of it was. What made you to end up doing a teacher training with me last year, Carmen?
I have a love-hate relationship with yoga. I love the way I feel when I'm done. I love the way my body feels. It's just the actual act of the physical practice that's not great for me. And I think that's, again in my mind and I've made that my story. But I knew that I wanted to know more about yoga because I find it to be, there's so much more than just the physical practice. It's so much bigger than that. And that really interests me. And I really wanted to do that training with you because you always bring this spirituality to a practice that's always so grounding for me. And one of the reasons why I kept going to your class specifically was because it was more than just the physical practice. It really, what you talked about and the way that you related it to movement and to life really made sense to me and it made me feel good. So if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it with you. And I really got to train that first night and I was really like, we all had to say why we were there. And I said, I wanted to go last. And all of these amazing women in my class were like, oh, I love it. I want to teach it. It's just beautiful. And I'm like, I feel like the biggest fraud because I am not here for any of those reasons. I don't feel like I'm that as committed as everybody else was. And they were all wonderful. And we really talked it all out. And you know what? I was there. It did mean a lot to me. And it was probably a lot of fear about failing because it was hard and so rewarding and so awesome. And I don't teach yoga. I've only ever taught one yoga class, and that was a class I had to teach in our teacher training. And I'm okay with that because that's, although when I am practicing yoga, I have a better understanding about it. I know my alignment is better. I have a more of appreciation when I hear somebody teaching a class. And you know, you never know what life holds. I might teach one day, but not for right now. But I never regret doing that training. It
Yeah,
was
I
really
think there's
amazing.
some saying out there that you never regret a yoga class once you do it.
Right.
Well, thank you for that. So even though you decided not to teach, at least at the current time, um, you you're you would say that you're glad you took the training.
Absolutely, 100% glad. I really, you know, I thought I can't do that much yoga. Like my body can't do that. And I went in, I said, body, please, you know, here we go. And my body did it. And it was very, um, I can't tell you the sense of accomplishment that was. That was like really special because I didn't, you know, I'm older, you know, I'm not in the best shape, you know, I'm not as limber, I'm not as flexible, and I don't always eat right. I thought, I can't do this is too hard. But you know what? It wasn't too hard. And I did it. And I did it with incredible women. And I mean, that journey that you take with women, it's just so powerful and so a bond forever. It's really
I
awesome.
really remember specifically at the end when I handed you your tests and you passed with flying colors. I remember tears coming to your eyes, which affected me too. And
Yeah.
I was maybe surprised in the moment, but I wasn't looking back because I knew it was such a it is really meaningful, and you've really done something for yourself, and you take a lot of time to commit, a lot of energy, and um, it's a pretty beautifully intense, life changing program. Um, I think that can just it just spills into all different areas of your life. How you treat the other relationships in your life, how you show up, how you choose to even what you did today, like recognizing um, when you're setting limits on yourself and not living to your the potential you really want, and opening up to your making your dreams possible in life. And um,
I really have to say that's the beautiful thing about life coaching is that it really people forget how to dream. You forget how to like think big. And it's such a beautiful process. And I have seen it changed so many women's lives. I mean, just so many. It's just super exciting.
where did you
So,
see it changing women's lives?
and where did I see it?
Yeah,
Whenever we've done a retreat and we've done the life coaching,
yeah.
it's just so
That
powerful. So powerful.
Yeah, Carmen's done a few different group coaching sessions with me through retreats, many of them, and definitely through the teacher training we do a lot, and then I do the one-on-one coaching. Um, and then for people that are already teachers, I'm hoping Carmen decides to join this. I know she's been thinking about it. We have a weekend coming up, May 4th through the 6th, where we do a combination of coaching and just like teaching skills. And the teaching skills work so perfectly, I think, hand in hand with the coaching because again, it's getting over fears to stand up and do something you've never done, like use your voice and command people what to do in a room. It's so much more than I think meets the eye until you're in the experience. And I think often I appreciate what you brought up about your own personal fears because I think so many people have that, or they tell themselves or other people tell them you can't, you shouldn't, why would you? It's not the right investment. And I just really truly see it as an investment in your life. And I know we both also met in the North Woods, a really beautiful, sacred place and this is going to be held right there, kind of between where Carmen and I live, on a lake in beautiful Camp Jorn Nash Lodge. So gorgeous facility, the tall trees and the water. So I'm really excited to share it at this location as well. And I just want to thank you, Carmen, for sharing so much of yourself today, and your experience and all that you've been through, and always committing to better yourself. Anything else that you want to share before we say goodbye?
I would absolutely 100% encourage any person who's even contemplating it to really give yourself the gift because you're going to discover things about yourself that you didn't know, and you're going to be able to achieve things that you didn't think possible. And I'm sorry about that. 1 minute.
Thank you. Beautifully put. That's okay. We'll end the conversation now. And once again, thank you for sharing your time and your experience. And I'm thrilled to know that this has been meaningful in your life, because that's certainly what drives me to do what I do. So lots of love to my friend.
Namaste.
Namaste. Okay, have a wonderful Sunday,
Thank
Carmen,
you.
and everyone else out there. And if you have any questions on personal coaching, June 8th through the 24th, teacher training, or teachers May 4th through the 6th weekend, would love to share some of these meaningful experiences with you. And thank you again. Bye.
Bye.